So the background of Baseball5 is coming from the desire of the WBSC to increase accessibility to the sport and being finally able to bring baseball softball in places where it was not possible before. So the idea is following also the footsteps of the broader trend from the Olympic movement, which is trying to taking the sports out of the big venues and more closer to the people. And to this respect, Baseball5 takes inspiration from a street game, mostly played in Cuba and also in the Caribbean region. In Cuba it's called Cuatresquina, here in Colombia it's called Bolita Caucho, Pelotica de Goma in Venezuela. And also we found out that there are versions of the street game also in Asia and Southeast Asia. From there we did a research for over a year, defining the rules, and now finally we came up with this 5-on-5 street version of the baseball softball game. WBSC's vision is to reach 1 billion people in the next decade, and we think that we cannot achieve that without a discipline that is more accessible. And I think Baseball5 will be instrumental to this. A shorter-term goal is the inclusion of Baseball5 in major multi-sport events and the legitimacy of its own discipline. And I think we are working towards the right direction here. The main difference between Baseball5 and baseball and softball is the pace of the game. Here, every ball is a play. So there is no pitcher, and the batter starts already with the ball in the hand and initiates the game with a serve, basically. So every ball there is game, there is play, and you can see from the reaction of the players and from the speed of the game that the pace is probably, and the rhythm, those are probably the main differences. We're witnessing now growing interest, social interest, not only in the sports world, but also from governments and organizations worldwide into gender balance and social inclusion. But this is often achieved by having a 50-50% quota, but still keeping the separation between genders. With Baseball5, we're developing a game, or probably we have developed a game that rewards skills over strength, to put it in simple words. And this allows us to play boys and girls, men and women together, and I think we will go far with this format. For us, the Open of the Americas here in Cartagena is a very important step. It is the first time we're gathering several teams from few of our members in the region to compete together. And some of the results here on day one are already exceptional. We were not expecting some of the results that we're seeing. And from the response also of the crowd and the local people, we only have nothing but positive feedbacks.